Ghana, a country in West Africa, is known for its rich cultural heritage, but it also faces challenges in wildlife management. In Paga, a town in northern Ghana, crocodiles are considered sacred and coexist peacefully with the local population. Unlike typical human-animal interactions, these crocodiles are revered and protected by the community. Locals believe the crocodiles hold spiritual significance, leading to a mutual respect that prevents harm on either side. The crocodiles freely roam around, and the townspeople live alongside them, incorporating them into their daily lives. So, if the idea of peacefully coexisting with such formidable creatures fascinates you, Paga provides a unique and intriguing example of how tradition and respect can foster harmony between humans and animals. However, apart from respecting crocodiles, Ghanaians are also reverent about the tradition of choosing a name for a child. Contrary to many contemporary naming practices, Ghanaians often adhere to a traditional system where children's names are determined by the day of the week they are born. This practice is prevalent among various ethnic groups, such as the Akan, Iwe, and Ga. In the Akan tradition, for example, a boy born on Monday is named Kwadwo, while a girl born on the same day is named Adwoa. These names are not arbitrary. They carry significant cultural and spiritual meanings, reflecting the community's values and beliefs. Each day name is associated with specific traits believed to influence the individual's character and destiny. So, if you are interested in how cultural practices shape identities, Ghana's traditional naming system offers a unique perspective on how names can encapsulate heritage and communal values, extending beyond mere labels to embody deeper societal connections. Did you like the fact? If it is true, please like and subscribe to this channel, because there are many more interesting facts and videos to come, with which we delight you from day to day. Well, we continue our journey. Have you ever thought about the traditions of the Ghanaians after their journey through life? In Ghana, funerals are not just solemn occasions, but also elaborate celebrations of life. One of the most distinctive aspects of Ghanaian funerals is the use of intricately designed coffins. These coffins, often crafted to resemble objects significant to the deceased's life, can take the shape of fish, cars, airplanes, or even animals. This practice is particularly prevalent among the Ga people in southern Ghana. The choice of design is usually symbolic, reflecting the profession, hobbies, or status of the deceased. For example, a fisherman might be buried in a fish-shaped coffin, while a driver might have a coffin shaped like a car. These vibrant and imaginative coffins highlight the importance of celebrating life and individuality, even in death. So, if you are intrigued by how cultural practices can transform ordinary rituals into personalized tributes, Ghana's unique coffin designs offer a compelling example of how communities can honor their loved ones in creative and meaningful ways. Let's get back to a more positive subject, like music. Ghana's music culture is notably enriched by the use of the talking drum, an instrument capable of mimicking human speech. This drum, traditionally used by the Akan and other ethnic groups, is uniquely designed to produce various tones that resemble the intonations and rhythms of spoken language. By squeezing the drum's strings, a player can alter the pitch and convey different messages. Historically, the talking drum served as a tool for communication over long distances, transmitting messages, stories, and even warnings. This capability was especially vital in times before modern communication technologies. Today, the talking drum remains an integral part of Ghanaian music and cultural expression, symbolizing both the artistic and practical ingenuity of the people. So, if you are fascinated by how musical instruments can transcend mere melody and become vehicles for speech and storytelling, Ghana's talking drum offers a profound example of this intersection between music and language, showcasing the cultural innovation and communicative richness of Ghanaian society. But apart from the fun traditions, Ghana has some not-so-pleasant ones, like trokosi. Contrary to many contemporary norms, certain communities in Ghana continue to practice trokosi, a tradition where young girls are given to priests as a form of atonement for sins committed by their family members. These girls, often very young, are sent to live in shrines and serve the priests for extended periods, sometimes for life. The practice is rooted in the belief that such servitude can cleanse the family of wrongdoing and prevent misfortune. Despite its cultural significance to some, trokosi has been widely criticized for its human rights implications, including the deprivation of the girl's freedom, education, and personal development. So, If you're concerned about the intersection of cultural practices and human rights, the ongoing practice of Trokosi in Ghana highlights the challenges of balancing tradition with the need for reform and the protection of individual freedoms. Did you know that Ghana is home to many interesting expressions? Ghanaian culture includes a concept known as Ghanaian time, where punctuality is often flexible, and events frequently start later than scheduled. This practice contrasts with the strict adherence to schedules seen in many other parts of the world. In Ghana, social and communal interactions often take precedence over rigid timekeeping, reflecting a more relaxed and relational approach to time management. This flexibility can be seen in various settings, from social gatherings to business meetings, where the expected start time is more of a guideline than a fixed point. The notion of Ghanaian time embodies a cultural understanding that values presence and participation over the exactness of timing. So if you find yourself in Ghana and notice that events don't always start on the dot, it's a reflection of a broader cultural perspective that prioritizes human connections and community engagement over strict punctuality. This relaxed approach to time can offer a more fluid and less pressured experience of daily life. Let's move on to the next fact. In Ghana, cultural practices often reflect deep historical events and collective memories, offering insights into the resilience and traditions of its people. The people of Ghana celebrate Homowo, a festival that commemorates the end of a historic famine and symbolically hoots at hunger. This festival involves planting crops, especially maize, before the rainy season begins. When the harvest is ready, the gay people gather for communal feasts, featuring a traditional dish called kapokpoi, made from maize and palm oil. Homowo, which means hooting at hunger, includes processions, drumming, dancing, and other rituals that honor their ancestors' survival and celebrate the abundance of the harvest. This festival is deeply rooted in the community's history, emphasizing gratitude, resilience, and communal solidarity. So, if you are curious about how historical adversities can shape cultural traditions, the Homowo Festival provides a clear example of how the GA people of Ghana remember their past and celebrate their survival and prosperity through communal rituals and festivities. However, festivals are far from the only entertainment in Ghana. In Ghana, unique cultural festivals often include activities that may seem unusual to outsiders, reflecting the country's rich traditions and community spirit. The Abowakir Festival, celebrated by the people of Winneba in the central region of Ghana, features a deer hunting competition as its main event. This festival is rooted in a historical tradition where two Asafo companies, warrior groups, compete to catch a live deer. The first team to successfully capture a deer and present it to the chief wins the competition. This ritual is performed as an offering to the local deity, Penki Otu, to ensure protection and blessings for the community. The festival includes various other activities such as drumming, dancing, and processions, which highlight the cultural heritage and unity of the Winneba people. The Abowakir Festival not only preserves an ancient custom, but also strengthens communal bonds through collective participation and celebration. So, if you are intrigued by how cultural traditions can incorporate competitive sports, the Abowakir Festival provides a fascinating example of how the people of Winneba in Ghana honor their history and reinforce their community ties through this annual deer hunting competition. In addition to playing sports, Ghanaians love to dance. The Agbadza dance, performed by the Yu people, is one of the oldest traditional dances in Ghana. It is commonly showcased at funerals, social gatherings, and other significant events. The dance consists of rhythmic movements and steps accompanied by drumming and singing. Historically, Agbadza was a war dance, but over time it has evolved into a social dance that celebrates communal identity and heritage. The movements are often reflective of daily activities and storytelling, making the dance both a cultural performance and a method of preserving oral history. Each performance of Agbadza serves to reinforce community bonds and cultural continuity among the Yu people. So if you are interested in how traditional practices maintain their relevance in modern times, the Agbadza dance of the Yu people illustrates how a historical ritual can continue to unite and define a community through shared cultural expression. However, what if you are a devotee of a more relaxed activity? Trust me, Ghana can surprise you here too. In some coastal areas of Ghana, fishermen practice stilt fishing, a method where they sit on wooden stilts planted in the sea to catch fish. This technique involves constructing tall, sturdy stilts in shallow waters, from which the fishermen can sit and cast their lines or nets. The elevated position provides a vantage point for spotting fish and helps minimize disturbances in the water, increasing the chances of a successful catch. This method, though labor-intensive and requiring significant skill, allows for efficient fishing in areas where boats might be less effective. Stilt fishing is not only a practical approach to fishing, but also a reflection of the ingenuity of Ghanaian fishermen in adapting to their environment. So, if you are interested in how traditional methods can still find relevance today, stilt fishing in Ghana exemplifies how communities maintain their livelihoods through innovative and sustainable practices tailored to their specific environmental conditions. By now, you probably think Ghana is an ordinary country with a few oddities, don't you? But what if I told you that people in this country worship turtles? In certain coastal areas of Ghana, turtles are revered and protected, with local legends stating that they bring good fortune. These communities hold the belief that turtles possess spiritual significance and contribute positively to their well-being. This reverence translates into protective practices, ensuring that turtles are not harmed or exploited. Fishermen and residents make concerted efforts to safeguard turtle habitats and nesting sites, recognizing the creatures as symbols of prosperity and good luck. This cultural respect for turtles underscores the integration of traditional beliefs with conservation efforts, promoting both ecological balance and the preservation of local customs. So, if you are interested in how cultural beliefs can drive conservation efforts, the reverence for turtles in Ghana's coastal communities provides a clear example of how traditional values and environmental protection can coexist, fostering a harmonious relationship between humans and nature. Still not impressed? Have you heard of the spider that tells stories? The character Anansi the spider is central to many Ghanaian folktales, serving as a trickster figure in stories passed down through generations. These tales often depict Anansi as clever and cunning, using his wit to outsmart stronger opponents or navigate tricky situations. The stories of Anansi are not just for entertainment. They carry significant cultural values and lessons about human behavior, ethics, and problem-solving. Anansi's character highlights the importance of intelligence and resourcefulness, themes that resonate deeply within Ghanaian culture. These folktales are commonly told during family gatherings and community events, ensuring that the wisdom and traditions of the past continue to influence future generations. So, if you are interested in how folklore can encapsulate cultural values and teach important lessons, the tales of Anansi the spider in Ghana provide a rich example of how storytelling serves as a bridge between generations, preserving the wisdom and heritage of a community. All these stories are written using ordinary language, but did you know that Ghana has a secret sign language? Adamarobe Sign Language, Adasel, is a unique form of sign language used by the inhabitants of Adamarobe, a village in Ghana with a high incidence of hereditary deafness. Unlike other sign languages that develop in urban settings or among dispersed populations, Adasel has evolved within this single village, making it an exceptional subject of study in linguistics. The language has developed organically within the community, integrating into daily life and facilitating communication among both deaf and hearing individuals. Adasel's structure and usage provide insights into the ways in which language adapts to social and environmental factors, illustrating the adaptability and resilience of human communication systems. So, if you're fascinated by how language can uniquely develop in specific communities, Adamarobe Sign Language offers a compelling example of linguistic adaptation, reflecting the close-knit nature of the village and the innovative ways in which human beings overcome communication barriers. Well, now let's talk about the mysticism that envelops most spheres of Ghanaians' lives. Traditional midwives in Ghana, known as Abasom, are believed to be guided by spirits in assisting childbirth. These midwives play a crucial role in their communities, offering not only medical support, but also spiritual guidance during the birthing process. The belief is that Abasom have a special connection with the spiritual realm, allowing them to receive assistance and direction from ancestral spirits. This guidance is considered vital for ensuring the safety and well-being of both mother and child. The role of the Abasom is deeply rooted in the cultural and spiritual traditions of Ghanaian society, reflecting a holistic approach to childbirth that encompasses both physical and metaphysical elements. So, if you are interested in how traditional beliefs integrate with medical practices, the role of the Abasom in Ghana offers a unique perspective on how spirituality and healthcare coexist, providing a comprehensive support system for childbirth within these communities. Well, now we're getting to an even more mystifying fact. Are you ready to hear it? Ghana has a rich tradition of voodoo, especially prevalent in the Volta region. Voodoo practices in this area involve a variety of rituals and ceremonies that are deeply embedded in the local culture. These practices often include offerings, drumming, dancing, and the invocation of spirits. Voodoo priests and priestesses play a central role in these ceremonies, acting as intermediaries between the spiritual and physical worlds. The rituals serve multiple purposes, including healing, protection, and seeking guidance from the spirits. This tradition reflects the community's connection to their ancestral heritage and spiritual beliefs, highlighting the importance of maintaining these practices as part of their cultural identity. So, if you are interested in how ancient spiritual practices continue to influence modern communities, the voodoo traditions of the Volta region in Ghana provide a compelling example of how rituals and ceremonies remain integral to cultural and spiritual life. What's the deal with Ghana's traditional cuisine? Believe me, there's plenty of weirdness here too. In Ghana, culinary practices are closely tied to cultural norms and etiquette, reflecting deeper societal values and traditions. Eating fufu, a staple food made from cassava or yam, with the left hand is considered disrespectful in Ghana. This is because the left hand is traditionally reserved for tasks deemed less sanitary, such as cleaning. Fufu is typically consumed using the right hand, which is considered clean and appropriate for eating. This practice is deeply ingrained in Ghanaian culture and is a sign of respect during meals. The etiquette around eating fufu highlights the importance placed on cleanliness and propriety in social interactions. Such customs are not just about food, but also about maintaining social harmony and respect within the community. So, if you are interested in understanding how cultural norms shape daily habits, the tradition of eating fufu in Ghana provides a clear example of how etiquette and respect are intertwined with culinary practices, reinforcing social values and cohesion. Well, the next tradition is even weirder, and it's sure to shock you. In some Ghanaian communities, a marriage can be arranged between a living person and a deceased individual, a practice known as ghost marriage. This tradition is performed to ensure family continuity and honor the deceased. Ghost marriages may occur when a person dies unmarried or childless, and the family seeks to uphold social and familial obligations. The living spouse is often chosen to represent the deceased in ceremonies and may even raise children in the deceased's name. This practice reflects the cultural importance of lineage and the belief in maintaining a connection with ancestors. It underscores the community's commitment to fulfilling social responsibilities, even beyond death, and preserving family legacies. So, if you are curious about how different cultures address familial and ancestral obligations, the practice of ghost marriage in Ghana offers a distinctive perspective on how traditions can maintain family continuity and honor the departed, emphasizing the enduring ties between generations. Even apart from traditions, Ghanaians also have taboos that are equally uninteresting. Among some Ghanaian tribes, whistling at night is considered a cultural taboo, as it is believed to attract evil spirits or snakes. This belief leads to the widespread avoidance of whistling after dark. The taboo stems from traditional folklore and the notion that certain sounds can summon unwanted supernatural entities or dangerous creatures. As a result, people in these communities take care to observe this practice, especially during the night, to avoid potential harm or misfortune. Such taboos are reflective of the broader cultural framework that prioritizes respect for spiritual beliefs in the natural world, maintaining harmony and safety within the community. So if you are interested in how traditional beliefs shape everyday actions, the practice of avoiding whistling at night in some Ghanaian tribes offers a clear example of how cultural taboos influence behavior, reflecting the deep connection between community practices and local folklore. And lastly, we will tell you about the strangest fact that can completely change your worldview about this country. The Akodesewa fetish market in Lome, Togo, is a notable destination for Ghanaians seeking traditional medicines, charms, and ritual objects. Despite being located in a neighboring country, this market attracts many visitors from Ghana who are in search of items related to voodoo practices and other indigenous spiritual traditions. The market offers a wide range of products, including herbs, animal parts, and handcrafted items used in various rituals and healing practices. This cross-border interaction underscores the shared cultural heritage and the continuing relevance of traditional beliefs and practices in the region. The Akodesewa fetish market serves as a crucial hub for those looking to maintain and connect with their ancestral customs. So, if you are interested in understanding how traditional beliefs influence modern practices, The frequent visits of Ghanaians to the Akodesewa fetish market illustrate the enduring importance of spiritual and cultural exchanges, highlighting the role of such markets in preserving and perpetuating indigenous traditions. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, give it a thumbs up, and check out our other videos for more fascinating content. See you in our next adventure.